I literally rushed home after dinner to record this video just in time for you guys. What's up, guys? MtgJedi. We have no time to waste today. We are talking about, I really feel like he's an underrated champion, Faharakin the Fat. I really feel like he's underrated, even though, in my opinion, he's the best ally attack champion in the game. You might say, well, what about Lanicus? But she's only good because of her weird ability in that one team. And Faharakin's good in every team, okay? We might want him to put a shirt on, but he's amazing, guys, okay? So if we take a look here, A1, decreased defense. A2, HP burn and poisons, 100%. A3, increased crit rate, increased crit damage on all allies, and then ally attack. And then this passive doesn't really do anything in some of the areas. Some of the other areas it would. How we're going to use him, I don't think it's going to come into play, but just be aware of it. You know, he's going to stay alive. He's going to stay alive. So let me show you the stats that I have him in. I have him in a pretty beefy build. He is very damage oriented, and we'll get into the whys of that later. So Faharakin the Fat, and honestly, he has been my favorite champion that I've built lately. And that includes all of those crazy Void legendaries, okay? He's been my favorite champion lately. Okay, so total stats on Faharakin. He is in Relentless, almost 4,500 attack, which was actually very difficult. He has a low base attack there, so getting that attack up is challenging. 221 speed, almost 100% crit rate because he gives that crit rate bonus to other people, not himself. 209 crit damage, I'd like to work on that and improve that a bit more. But right now, that was all I could do. And then 216 accuracy, a little bit low. Okay, I do have him booked. So he's got full books there. And for his masteries, we're looking at typical clan boss masteries over here. Coming down to War Master. I really like this mastery tree over here. If you're going to put him in Relentless, you don't need Lore of Steel, so you can take Cycle of Magic. If you're not going to use Relentless, you probably want Lore of Steel, and you can skip Evil Eye. Love Sniper, that's going to help place that decreased defense. And Master Hexer is excellent on champions like this, where you can extend those decreased defense, poison, HP burn, where you can extend it for an extra turn. Perfect for him. Perfect. Okay, so why do we care about Faharakin the Fat? Okay, well, first of all, we need to go over to Faction Wars, and we're going to run my team. I don't have time to change a team. I'm just going to show you literally the team that I actually use for Stage 20. This will also auto Stage 21. I'm not even sure that I have gear completely on War Maiden, but we do have some damage dealers with Turvold and Opardin. We have Syl, who can solo the level, and let's get into it here. I'm not sure on the time, but I think that this is still either my fastest time or one of my fastest time. It's full auto. I don't even click anything. I just let it go. Let it go, let it run. You know what I mean? Now, you can put any damage dealer in here you want in place of some of these other people. And you can see here, War Maiden is not built correctly. So, that could basically be anyone. You just throw a random rare in there for the quest, the daily quest. Or if you have your War Maiden built, then, she can actually do her job. Once I put gear on her, hopefully that will speed up the run. For right now, I want to target Paragon here so that we do not have him put up his unkillable buff and extend the run. And you can see there, War Maiden just dying very easily. For the record, I do like Opardin. I've used him quite a bit. He's very underrated. If you got him for the fusion, a couple months ago. You should definitely build him. He's very, very good. I've used him in the Hydra and in Faction Wars here. So you can see Faharakin the Fat. What he's doing is he is increasing our ally attack. He's increasing our rate of attacks with the ally attack, okay? And so obviously that's going to help us get more hits in. It's going to help us decrease our time. Turvold coming in with the big hits. But you can see there, Faharakin can do some good damage, right? Obviously I have him built for damage, but there's a difference between being built for damage and can still do a lot of damage. So Turvold dying there, which is no surprise. But we don't actually need anybody else. Everybody that we have can do the job. Turvold might actually be missing some gear as well. I think I might have stolen some stuff from him for another build. Maybe actually Faharakin. Maybe that's one of the pieces I stole. Either way, obviously Barbarians is not the hardest faction. And this is not my fastest time because everybody keeps dying. But it is still perfectly fine. We're in no position that we're even close to losing. And, this is 100% here. Like, no possible way to fail. So, Faharakin. What kind of damage did he do? Faharakin did the same amount of damage as Turvold. For reference, okay, maybe Turvold's missing gear. 254, 255. And actually, Pardon did the most, 313. Thank you very much. Pardon did more than both of them. And Syl actually doing a lot there, 198. So, pretty commonly used champions here. But Faharakin, very, very strong, okay? The second place that I want to showcase Faharakin the Fat is in Arena. And I do not personally use this strategy, but it is a very good strategy, and I'm going to recommend to you, depending on where you're at in your account. Let me find a reasonable team that I can beat. Maybe this one. Okay, so no, I don't need to do team setup. We're just going to manually do this. Okay, so if you're going to use Faharakin the Fat, one of the most common champions to pair with him in Arena is Hiding. Where are you at? Oh, she's probably like not quite that level. 60? Aha, okay, Skull Crown. And then we want to use our Faharakin in here. Where are you at? Okay, and then typically we want to pair him with another ally attack champion. Just to be different, I'm going to choose Biggin. And then to be user-friendly, I am going to put in a rare champion here that I just leveled up for this champion training, and that is my dude Doomscreech. In case you are unaware of him, he's not going to do increased attack, he's going to do increased defense, but that might be good enough to kill all these people. Probably not. Maybe we should just use Arbiter. Okay, well, we'll feature Doomscreech in a future video then. I guess that means we'll have to use my normal Arbiter. Okay, that's perfectly fine. You don't need Arbiter for this. I see a lot of people actually using this team successfully. You don't even need a second champion here. A lot of times I've seen this as Ninja or a single target damage dealer, so this could be a lot of different people. I've seen a speed champion with Faharakin and someone like Skullcrown, and then nobody, no other ally attack. So there's not just one way, right? There's not just one way. So let's see if we can beat this. So Arbiter is going to go, and then Faharakin is going to do his ally attack. Okay, perfect. We killed some of them. And then he almost killed Valkyrie there on his own with his damage build, but now we have the counterattacks up. You can see Stone Skin on Skull Crown. If you want a video on that, please let me know on oh my goodness. If you want a video on Stone Skin Skull Crown, that's a tongue twister, please let me know. And Faharakin finishing off Krisk with this build. So you can use this type of a build, this type of a mentality, not just in Faction Wars, not just in Arena, but also in the next area, which we're going to showcase, and I'm very, very excited about it. Can you believe that Faharakin almost did as much as Skull Crown? That's incredibly... oh, you can't see. 45, 49, 57. That is incredibly surprising. So, he can be used in Arena, and you don't even need Arbiter, right? Like, if we look at more of an early game situation here, we can take her out, and let's maybe put in, like, Deacon. We could put in Deacon is a great one to pair with him, because Deacon has the speed and the decreased defense. Let's take a look at what that would look like, and maybe we will also... Where's Sinacia? Do I have one? Which one? Oh, we still can't see our total stats, huh? Alright, we'll guess. We'll guess that this is the damaging Sinacia. They're probably built similarly, but I haven't looked at their gear in a while. So here's all epics. This is a very relatable team with not crazy gear. The only thing is the Stone Skin, but you could easily just put normal gear on Skull Crown and get better stats than her. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at one more run, and then we're going to get into my favorite spot. I'm so excited, guys. I am so excited. Okay, so we did not go first, which is shocking. But I don't have that crazy of gear on these champions. Okay, now what? Can you get him? You get him? No, so close. Okay. Well, if we would have gone first there, we certainly would have won this fight. I mean, oh, Deacon's missing a piece of gear. Oh my goodness. I swear that I try to look at these things, and he's missing his boots? Since when did I ever take his boots? Oh my goodness. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's try that again, because we should not be getting outsped by that team. I don't think, at least. Let's try it again and see what happens. You know, if we were trying to go up against Arbiter with our Skull Crown, then that's one thing. But here, I'd be shocked if we were getting outsped by this team. But you never know. Gold 4, Gold 5 is like the Wild West. There we lose it again. Oh my goodness. Oh, sigh. This is the blight of the content creator. And now she didn't get to go? Okay. But now she's gonna res. And he's gonna kill us. Yep. Alright, well, you know, you win some, you lose some, but the premise is still the same, okay? I still believe in that team. And you can apply that on your account with the champions that you have, okay? But the real reason why I built him on my account, okay? Am I going to use him in Faction Wars? Yes, he's in my Faction War team. Am I going to use him in Arena? Probably not, but I could. The real reason why I'm going to use him is in my Clan Boss team, and I am very excited about this, okay? So, we are going to come in here to the Demon Lord. We are going to click here quickly so you can't see that I already did a run. I guess you could rewind or back up the video, but don't do it. All right, so let's come in here. You know how I do. I have the Bat Eater. It was requested for me to show the stats on the Bat Eater. I think I did that the other day in my last video, but I'll try to do that again at the end of the video here. There's no aura here, but I like my damage dealer to be in the front, and none of the rest of these matter. So we're going to come in and use Faharakin as our damage dealer. The great thing about this is that you basically have a crit rate aura with his increased crit rate, okay, and increased crit damage. So he's helping you do damage in multiple ways here. Okay, we got a 3% on the decreased defense A1 to open up the fight. That is very unfortunate. But, you know, it probably shouldn't affect the fight too much, but that is a lot of extra damage when decreased defense is up. So, but, you know, so if we could easily be 500,000 higher. Now, this is going to be the lowest potential damage for this team because blue is the worst affinity, okay? You can see here, I do have 2 champions in Toxic. We are landing the poisons and HP burns from Faharakin. And so we are going to have that debuff bar full a lot of the fight, okay? A lot of the fight, which is perfect. That's how you know that you're gonna, you know, one of the reasons you know you're doing good damage. Now, I don't know how I keep landing decrease attack on Ultra Nightmare. I have like 120 accuracy. We should never be able to land it, okay? But I keep landing it over and over again, taking up a debuff slot. Now, on the other affinities, Void, Spirit, Force, we're going to be doing a lot more damage, okay? I think Void is our best affinity, but you can see the weak hits there. Okay, we got 3 turns in a row. We got 2 extra turn procs from Relentless there. So that was very nice. You can see here that the damage is trending better. If you've been watching videos on my channel, you know I've tested a lot of champions in this team as damage dealers. I'm not done with that. I find it a very interesting thing. So if there's anybody you'd like me to test in this team, let me know. It only has room for 1 damage dealer, but I am open to possibilities. And there's one other champion that I think I would like to test. Somebody left a really cool comment the other day. 2 actually. There's 2 champions I want to test. But so far, I've been loving Faharakin in here. He's been so great. And spoiler, he has good damage output. And that's one of the reasons why I've been enjoying him, right? You can see there, we do have decreased defense up. We didn't miss it, okay? It's hiding back here. And that's really adding to our damage, okay? Especially the HP burn and the extra full strength poisons. So, what else is there to tell about Faharakin? I don't know, nothing really. I think that you could use him in so many different areas, though. You know what I mean? Like, these are just the 3 areas that I'm showcasing him in, but I think he could be usable in a lot of Doom Tower content. I think you could have a Doom Tower wave clearing team that's like a blender. Okay, that's what the arena team is called, the blender, where you have the ally attack and the A1 powerful champions, the A1 AoE champions. I think that he could be used in the Hydra, especially on normal, okay? But I would say you would probably want one of the first couple rotations of Hydra. These latest rotations of Hydra, I'm not sure, okay? But those first couple rotations of Hydra where you already wanted Sanacia in your team with like Shamail, I think he could fit really well in there if you could find a place for him in the team. You can see the damage trending really well here, okay? So what we'll do is we will fast forward ahead. I got positive feedback on that. Instead of extending the video, we'll just skip ahead to the end. We'll show off the damage and the builds, and then we'll wrap it up. So for me, that'll be like 20 minutes. And for you guys, that'll be like, all I gotta do is go like this. Okay, let's not miss the end of the run here, Jedi. We're at 48 million on turn 46. So it hovers on Magic right around the 50 million mark. At least from my limited testing so far. But the crazy thing is, this comp can go over 60 million with the current setup that I have on Void, And I think it could do that much or more on spirit or force as well. So there's definitely a lot of potential here. I'm going to keep testing the damage. I'm excited to see the damage potential. I don't think that this can one key. I'm not sure though. I don't think it can one key, but I think it's close. Now, you'll always have magic here as, a soft spot where, it's not going to do the damage that you want. I think it'll always be a 2 key on magic. But I do know that Feign can 1 key, but she has to have like crazy damage, and so does everybody in the team. Whereas with this team, everybody, like, it's more based on the average gear of the team rather than specific individual champions. So we are over 52 million here, which is great damage. If you've been watching any of the other champions I've tested in here, they are down in the 30s and 40s. So we're doing significantly more damage here with Faharakin than any of the other people I've tested. So much so that I would definitely recommend this as a champion to build for this team. Faharakin only did 12. Maneater did 9 and 11. Seeker did 11. Painkeeper did 7. And so you'll see that the damage is more spread out between your champions here because of the ally attack and because of the increased crit rate, increased crit damage, okay? So Faharakin himself is not going to show as high of numbers, 12.8. But it's going to increase the damage of everybody else. If you took the extra damage from everybody else and you put it on Faharakin, he would easily be at the 20 million damage of like Leorius or Feign that I was doing with this team. Okay, so very, very pleased with the outcome of this team. Let me know what you think about it. Recently used here, and you can see the total stats. We have the fast Maneater 265. We got a high attack stat. You can see his crit rate is not 100%. I've been a while since I re-geared any of these champions. Maneater number 2, 239, high attack stat, crit rate, crit damage, good stats on that Maneater. That's definitely the one doing more damage. Seekers and Toxic, definitely could be better geared stats here, but I'm still looking for another piece of gear that can give me speed on it. I do have crit damage gloves now, so maybe I could re-gear Seeker. That would definitely be a possibility as well. Painkeeper also in Toxic. Her stats don't matter at all, but, she has a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of crit damage. It does not matter. She does no damage. And then, obviously, here, let's get back to the total stats on Faharakin again. Still pretty decent. So, what do you guys think of the Faharakin build, the Faharakin guide? I think that, honestly, he's underrated. I think that when he first came out, he was so hyped up, and then people just forgot how good he is. You should definitely be putting him to use on your account, in your clan boss team, or other areas of the game. And let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Go share this with somebody, because it was fun. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm MtgJedi. Website launching soon. I'm very excited to share that with you guys. And I will let you know when it comes around time to that. Alright, see you guys in the next video.